welcome to the AP Arms. Nice to have a familiar face here. So you are our co-founder at Xelix, but without me kind of sharing the intro, maybe I can ask you to introduce yourself.
Sure. Well, firstly, thanks for having me at AP Arms. It's a very nice pub, albeit a bit empty, so it's nice it's a bit quieter for us today. So I'm Phil, co-founder here at Xelix, and my role in the business is mainly product and tech focus. So I look after all of the technology aspects of the company, and then also our products. So a big part of my role is speaking to our customers and figuring out what challenges they have, and then how we can solve that with some technology.
Amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I think a lot of our customers do know you quite personally, which is nice for them, I think.
I hope so.
Great, cool, thank you for that. And we'll jump into the conversation in a bit more detail in a couple of minutes, but just while we're here and we're in the AP Arms, we're asking all of our AP Arms visitors and guests, can you tell me a bit about your favourite pub or pub experience? You're in London, right? So you must be surrounded by pubs.
Yes, yeah, a hell of a lot of pubs. I think the one I go to the most is a pub in Brixton. So I play football every Saturday in Brixton about 11 a.m. And then afterwards, we always just go across the road to a pub called the Duke of Edinburgh, if you know it.
Not me personally, no. That sounds great.
Yeah, it's quite a famous pub around the area. And yeah, I'm probably in there maybe, once a week, maybe, if I'm playing football every Saturday. And that's really my haunt. In terms of drink, I'm very much a Guinness drinker. So you usually find me there Saturday around midday onwards having lots of Guinness.
Great. Well, I know you're walkabouts now. I mean, once a week, you must be a regular. Do you know the bar staff?
Yes, yeah.
That's good.
I think we recognise them, but we probably don't get the respect of a regular that we think we should, probably. We're not on first name terms, at least. Okay. But no, it's a good spot.
Nice. Okay, yeah, I think so.
How about you? What's your drink of choice?
Oh, gosh. It really depends on the season and my mood and the company. But I'm not too fussy. I'm not a beer drinker, though, which is, probably not favourable. But I guess I'd say spiced rum is my typical tipple if I'm not feeling too creative. But I do love a cocktail or a nice mac on, like a bit of wine. But again, dependent on company and environment. Now you've learned a bit about me. Cool. Okay, thanks. Well, yeah, let's dive in. It's an extra special one today because we've got somebody from Xelix joining us. Usually it's just people in the industry, but there's a lot to talk about, and specifically it's Helpdesk, which is a new product. So I'm not going to share too much more. I'm going to hand over to you, but perhaps you can talk to us about Helpdesk. We usually kick these conversations off with a bit of a rating, 1 to 10 question. So maybe, is our kind of hero piece of 2024. So from 1 to 10, how important or game-changing, dare I say it, do you think Helpdesk will be for people working in AP?
Well, I hope it'll be a 10 out of 10.
Great.
That's what we're going for. And yeah, I guess we'll see this year after we launch it to see if we get to 10. But that's the idea.
Nice.
Should I talk about what it is?
Yeah, give us some pub trivia on Helpdesk, please do.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I can talk to you a little bit around the origin story, if you like. So in the product team here, as I said earlier, we spend a lot of time speaking to our customers. And a reoccurring theme we heard was that managing shared inboxes can be a pain. So all of our customers in all of the AP functions have these shared inboxes. And hundreds or even thousands of emails would come into these inboxes every week. And there are things like vendors complaining about payment of an invoice, or maybe some employees chasing up payment to some vendors they're working with. a common theme was that they can be kind of hard to manage. So lots of stuff coming in. You've got to figure out, who's responding to which emails. Answering and responding to them in itself can take a long time.
Yeah.
And so we got to work thinking if we can make that process easier. At the same time, some of our customers have ticketing tools. So an email would come in, it would create a ticket, and then people would work on the email through a ticket. And even our customers who had those ticketing tools were kind of still complaining about them, in that they weren't very intelligent necessarily. It was still taking a long time, and it maybe helped with the workflow a little bit, but actually kind of didn't add a huge amount of value onto that kind of the whole management piece. Mm-hmm. So we got to work to think about if we could build a tool which A, kind of helps with the workflow, but B, has a lot of intelligence in, so it can start answering emails for our customers. And as a result, we came up with this Helpdesk product, which is kind of an AP specific ticketing tool. So an email would come in, we create tickets, we can assign them to the right individuals automatically. And then a big piece is responding to these emails automatically. So we're already connected to our customer system. So we already know the status of invoices. Why not, when an email comes in, when a vendor's maybe complaining or chasing an invoice, we can go into their system, have a look at, what is the status of this invoice, when it's going to get paid, if it already has been paid, and then we can automatically respond to them. So kind of a real nice benefit is the advances in large language models. So you would have heard of ChatGPT, and there's quite a few large language models out there. And we're very fortunate now we can take advantage of this new technology to build a really good product which can now kind of respond to these emails on behalf of our customers. And we think the future is that humans won't need to fully manage these inboxes. They can just kind of oversee technology doing it. So that's the kind of the goal and the vision with this product.
Excellent. Yeah, no, that's a great explanation. And I guess, speaking to our customers, was it a headache? I think when I've spoken to our customers at our customer days and things like that, most of the AP team just spend ages in the AP inbox trying to reply to these queries. And by the time they've got around to replying, the supplier sent a follow-up. So what do you think around efficiency savings or more kind of like KPI-based stuff?
Yeah, I think ultimately fewer people will be required to manage these things. It will take them less time to start responding to it. It's just a challenge keeping on top of them. Lots of our customers, they'll go into the inbox and there'll be 700 unread emails. And the vendors who have to keep replying, they're the ones who get answered to the quickest. At the same time, a lot of our customers are able to keep on top of them, and some do better than others. But it's very easy for it to slip down. And the other thing as well is kind of AP managers and above would love more analytics on these inboxes. So a nice feature of the Helpdesk is we automatically categorize all of the emails coming in. So you can start doing reporting and charting on what volume of emails are taking the team the most amount of time. Is it queries? Is it kind of invoices going to the wrong inbox? Is it statements coming in? And it can help with some kind of root cause analysis and allow just general analytics on these inboxes, like how long is it taking us to respond to these emails? How is it changing over time? Once we have the Helpdesk in, which is automating big chunks of it, you'll be able to see that chart kind of coming down, and the time to respond will be much quicker. And we're also baking in kind of the feedback loop for the vendors. So how well did we answer this email? You get a little happy face and a sad face, and you should hopefully be able to see your vendors are getting happier and happier and happier with how the team are working. And that's all being baked into this product.
Sounds great. Obviously, I think it sounds great. There's going to be a real Real game changer, I think. And like with that, you've been working with our customers and they've been providing feedback, and you showed a beta version. Um, what was the feedback? I think it's generally positive, right? Any learnings there when you've been working with customers?
Um, yeah, I mean, we do a lot of prototyping.
Hmm.
So we kind of have some earlier versions, and we always ask our customers for honest feedback. Sometimes they might be hesitant telling us if something
Yeah.
looks rubbish or it might be rubbish, but we always kind of really try and get that truthful feedback from them. But then we iterate the design a lot. We think about, does this thing make sense? I don't know, does this button look right in this area? That kind of thing.
Mhm.
And we do this process is very iterative. We spend a lot of
Mm,
time on that part of it. And then we've got to design which we think looks and works well now, but we'll launch it, and then a week later we get lots of more feedback from people using it, and they'll tell us
yeah.
this needs to be in somewhere else. And so that's all kind of part of the life cycle of the product, and we try and do the best we can straight away. And I think the first version will be off the bat really useful, but then we're going to work with our customers using it throughout this year, and then we're going to really try and optimize the way it looks, the way it works, and that kind of thing. And I'm confident our customers are going to love it very early on, and be really loving
Hmm.
it towards the end of the year.
Amazing. Well, yeah, I don't know if there's much more to add. Is there anything you'd like to add on that?
Um, no, I mean, I guess if any of our customers haven't thought about it yet, I'll always urge them to get in touch and have a play around with it. A really nice part of it is that because we're already connected to our customers' systems and our ERP systems, we have a lot of their kind of their invoice data, which is a big part of this product.
Yeah.
The only missing bit is just connecting to an inbox, and
Hmm.
actually that implementation process is nowadays very straightforward. So customers could try this out really quickly at very low effort, and I'm hoping they'll see a lot of value in just giving it a try. So I'll just urge them to get in touch, and then let us know how they get on, and give us feedback, and hopefully they'll love it.
Amazing. Cool. Well, thank you very much. Before we really wrap up, this is just a quick chat down the pub. I'm doing with all our AP Arms guests. I'm just going to pop something on the screen, and it is an image, and
Ooh,
I'm going to ask you, Phil, to caption it, to meme it. So bear with me just a second.
oh
Can
God.
you see that? So there's two. There's two. So you've got a choice. It's this lovely, slightly surprised cat, or this chimp, I believe, in deep thought. So I know you're a product person, you're a coder. I guess you are a bit creative, really, being on the product side of things. So here's your moment to shine. What do you reckon?
So what am I doing? Am I choosing one of these to capture, or capturing the whole image?
Choosing one of these, so either the kitty on the left or the chimp on the right, and then caption it in relation to something around our new Helpdesk product.
Well, I hope that when our customers first start using the product, they don't look like the kitten on the left, which is probably thinking, "What the hell is this?"
Huh?
Um,
Yeah.
and I'd probably go with the chimp, who he's looking at it thinking that's an impressive product. It's really going to help me. Very intelligent. That's what I'd go for. So I'll choose the one on the right.
Okay, so oh, that's really going to help me. That's really intelligent.
Beautiful, lovely.
Hmm.
Yeah, it looks great. It's going to save me loads of time. That's what I'll go for.
Amazing. I think, yeah, you swerved the cat there, which is probably a good idea. It could even be, like you say, those maybe team leaders who are looking at the analytics being like, they're
Mm,
spending 50% less time responding to supplier queries. That's interesting.
that
What could they be doing with that time now?
that's exactly what we're going for.
Amazing. Well, thank you. That brings us to an end. Just a quick pint down the pub. So thanks so much for coming. Did you enjoy your experience at the APRs?
Yeah, no worries. And yeah, great pub, great experience. I'd highly recommend it.
Yeah, would you come again sometime?
Absolutely. Any pub called the AP Arms on there.
Nice. There's just one, guys. There's just one pub called the AP Ups. Okay, well, thanks so much for coming and sharing all that info on the new Helpdesk product. It's super exciting, and we'll see you here again soon.
Great. Thanks for having me. See you soon.